The governor is here. He's been in town for quite some time. And tonight, he's saying that he's going to file a lawsuit against the Trump administration over its decision to deploy the California National Guard without his approval. Now, the governor spoke with MSNBC earlier this evening, where he called on the White House to change their course. Take a look.
I have a feeling there's a pretty good chance that in the White House there might be a television on and he might be watching us
I hope so.
right now.
Yeah, he can learn something.
What might you say to him if I'll give you the floor, you have the opportunity, what you weren't able to say to him on that phone call or calls that he hasn't taken today?
Where's your decency, Mr. President? Stop. Rescind this order. It's illegal and unconstitutional. And I said it, I'll say it again, it's immoral. You're creating the conditions that you claim you're solving, and you're not. And you're putting real people's lives at risk. This is a serious moment, and it requires serious leadership. And it's time for you to be a commander-in-chief of the United States of America. And I will have your back if you want to work in a relationship of trust and truth in the spirit of our founding fathers. But you come after poor kids, you come after families, we will do everything in our power to stand up and stand in your way.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. See, my contingency with this whole situation, and of course, I'm American. Let's just put that out there. I'm born here American. I'm a black man, so this don't apply to me, so I have to put a disclaimer out there for those that know. I'm not in the Hispanic community, Mexican community, and I'm not an immigrant, family of immigrants. I am just speaking on my behalf of what I believe, being in a liberal state myself. So I just want to state right there that, man, I never liked Newsom. Let's just put that out there. LA is a hellhole. Yeah, even when I went out to LA, I felt uneasy, like as if I wasn't protected. I don't know why. And I'm already in Chicago, and I already feel that way. So when I went to LA, I just felt like, wow, I feel super uneasy out here for some reason. And this gives me the exact reason why. Right now, I'm basically saying that due to the fact that California Governor Newsom, you can't do this, bro. You can't blame Trump for the proper response that you're not giving. And for those that don't know, California State Patrol and or LA police was not accounting or helping ICE with the protection that they needed before these riots started. So they had to send out, the federal agents. So all they tried to do is originally do what they originally wanted to do. They're the commander-in-chief. They're trying to protect the borders. But in order to protect the borders, you also have to get the criminals out that was let in the prior administration, right? Makes sense. So to be the commander-in-chief, you got to be a leader. You got to take out the problem. The problem is the people that are here, there are certain criminals within them people. So we are removing them legally. We've already told you they were doing it. We've been sending them all over the country. The problem is your citizens dislike that. The citizens of California, Los Angeles dislikes that. So they're going to fight back. Fight back the federal agents that are doing their job. That's it. They're just enforcing immigration law. That's it. That's all they're doing. But then instead they're getting bombarded, thrown at rocks and stuff at who? This is a very sticky situation at the thing. And then not only that, the state police and or LA police nor helped while this is going on. So since you don't want to send your state police to help out your federal agents in the city that's being attacked by your own citizens of your county and your state, big man had to send out, he got to send them federal agents too now. Now he got to force your people to work for him. Now we're going to send the California National Guard in front of your door to protect above Newsom's hand. Newsom can't do nothing about that. He can't stop him or nothing because the president forced them to do it. Because you're saying, so basically with my eyes is what I see, is how I'm interpreting it. Newsom's blaming Trump for his response to the protests because he didn't do anything. Because you allowed it to happen. You're allowing, saying, how is Trump answering up? Your citizens of LA and California answered up by thinking that it's okay to attack these people for doing their job. Yes, doing their job. Very simple. Simple. But instead, what we do is we pander to the people that is doing the problem, that is doing what we don't want them to do, right? Right. So what do you want to happen? You want us to just sit back, relax, feel like it's okay to take advantage of our government. No, Mr. Newsom, that's not how this works. You either going to comply or you got to go. Because at the end of the day, I'm enforcing federal law. That's it. I'm enforcing federal law. I'm doing what I petition to do, I campaign to do. And the citizens of your city, your state are in the way of that. Unlawfully, by the way, may I add. And it's okay to protest, but when you're unlawfully protesting, what do? This is the reason why I believe California is a hellhole, is a shithole. Immediately. As soon as that all happened, protests happened, then they screw it right into the highway, block off the highway, and then destruction. Let's start bashing the police cars. Let's take rocks. Let's cave out the concrete. I seen a video today of a guy. He had a hammer, and he's basically hammering the concrete from the ground, just so he can have a concrete projectile so he can throw it. And then he would hand it to somebody, and they throw it at the officer's car, the patrol, CBTP. As soon as they cross by, police, they didn't even care who it was. It could have been California State. It could have been LA police. It could have been the federal agents. They don't care. They're throwing it at all of them. National Guard. But then you're blaming the person that's trying to prevent this from getting out of hand. Because what happens? Let's just look at the long game here. And I'm going to let you guys decide about this in the comment section. Let's say we're trying to enforce the law by getting these criminals off the streets, right? What happens next? So your citizens say, okay, well, we want these citizens because they're immigrants, and it could be me, so we're going to stop them in the tracks, even though you're enforcing law of people that are actually criminals. Okay? So the citizens stop, okay, we want these people in our community, so let them have him, even though these people are criminals. So we let the criminals free because the people of Los Angeles wants them there. That's not how this works. They're the boss. There's a federal boss. Trump is the boss, man. And Newsom is, he's not the boss. That's simple as that. You made him force his hand, and it ain't no amplifying anything. They amplified it by stopping the federal agents from doing what they need to do to get these criminals off the streets. So now he has to put his hands and do it. And I'm be honest, I congratulate Trump for doing that. And I think he should do that every time. Every time that there's a protest that gets out of hand, Trump should get involved. Because protests should be peaceful like it should be. Once it's not peaceful anymore, setting cars on fire, destructing their own property, their own communities, and then wonder why the tax is so high. I don't see the logic in what they do. I understand you're protesting because you're against ICE, but then now you attack ICE or prevent ICE from doing their job. They still got to do their job. They're the federal agents. They're going to have the funding to do it. They're going to have the say-so to do so. They have to do it. That's their job. Well, what do? We just let them in? And since the citizens that aren't, they're immigrants, they want them to stay, we just let them stay and let them have what they want. No, there's rules to this shit, bro. Newsom, if you want to run for president, bro, you got to at least tell your people to calm down and know what's right from wrong. Peacefully protest. Because once them guards come in, they don't see nothing. They just see orders. They just see orders. Yes, they do. Order to make sure that violence don't get out of hand. And I seen a video yesterday where now people are looting. They're looting. See, that's where we come down to. They pick a reason to fight the government over something that is not adequate, and then they loot and take shit from the big companies. Now I'm gonna end you this with this on your head. I want to give you something. Why try to stop someone from going back to the country and then protest that country and then use the flag of the country that you don't want to go back to? You fly the Mexican flag. We're trying to send you back to Mexico. I don't understand the logic here. So now you wanna, I seen somebody had a piñata, they was hitting it Trump head. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all doing all this, but going back. Y'all do everything but go back to the country that originally y'all represent. Y'all burning the American flag, but you want to be in America to get the perks. Y'all want due process, right? But you're burning our flag, don't care about our country, spit on our president, talk bad about our president, threaten our president. But then at the end of the day, you don't want to go back to the country that you're representing so heavy. Y'all explain me the logic, and if you can understand that logic, man, y'all put that in the comment section for your boy. It's Angelo Savage. Let's go. Peace. Make sure you subscribe.